Hola, bon dia, and welcome to the Sunny Sourdough Project. So yesterday, Carlos left. He had to go. He's still got to work out his contract and stuff down south. So I've been left on my own. Carlos evicted all the spiders, and now I need to do some serious cleaning up. I probably won't get a lot of shots today, but I'll definitely get some more tomorrow because for some reason the camera didn't charge properly. But I thought I'll say hello and check on in. Don't mind me phone. So the jobs for today are like cleaning the floors mainly. As you can tell, they are seriously grubby. I'm also going to scrub some of the walls because there needs a bit of work on here and I want to get this fixed soon and make the walls look nice and clean. So that's the job for today. If I finish that, I'm going to start trimming back some of the grapevines. Hopefully I'll get onto that today. If not, I will film tomorrow and show you that tomorrow as well. The grapes are trying to grow indoors, so that's like a priority. I need to check all around this house that nothing sort of destroys any more of like the house and whatnot. I've spotted a few peach trees growing outside. They've gone a bit wild, but we love a peach tree. And the grapes have definitely gone rogue. So I think this is peach. So we have another one around the other side of the house, which did produce fruit when we came to see the property. That's quite big, this one. It's along the side of the house. But as you can see, grapes and stuff are starting to kill off some of the other fruit trees. So I have to trim this all back at some point. Hopefully in the next few days I can get that done, as well as removing some of the horrible furniture from the house so that we can get furniture delivered. Don't know what we're going to do about that yet because we're still waiting on the car, but hopefully I can get that out by myself. If not, I'll have to wait till Carlos cuts it. But that's my jobs for today. Probably won't be able to film it. As I said, the camera didn't charge. So if you're wondering why there's a bit of a time jump, that'll be why. Bon dia everyone, welcome back. So apologies about not being able to film properly yesterday. It was, as I said, the camera didn't charge for some reason. I did put it on charge, who knows, but it has charged today. We've got 100%, so I can get lots and lots of footage. It is an absolute stunner of a day. This is the first of like a few hot days we're supposed to be getting. Tomorrow's supposed to start getting up into the 30s, and Monday is supposed to be really warm, like 32 I think. And the good thing about Monday also is that we are getting electricity. It actually is arriving earlier than we thought, so thumbs up. I can start to put lights on and really get into cleaning properly and not be spooked every time I walk into the house in case something's made a nest. I don't know why I'm still nervous about that, like I'm cleaning so much. Got the kitchen done yesterday, which I'll show you in a little bit. I also did a little bit more exploring of the land. I've realised we haven't actually told you how big this place is. It is 4.7 hectares, so the original land we were going to go for in the Algarve, I think, was 8,000 metres. So a bit bigger, but it is just absolutely stunning. And it means we've got so much we can do with this piece of land. I had a little bit of exploring, as I said yesterday, and had a look at the olive trees. I know a lot of people this year didn't get any olives because of the drought, but luckily we seem to have got away with that and got a few. Not loads, because obviously olive trees need regular trimming and stuff to make sure that they put their energy like producing fruit rather than like growing like a big bush, which some of them have done. Those ones haven't produced a lot at all, but We might get a few jars, so at least it's something. A bit of practice for our first November here. I'll go show you the kitchen. Let's have a look-see. So one thing I did do is I moved, we're not in the kitchen yet, we're in like a little carport area. I moved the table out. I wanted to keep this table, but I went to put a like bottle of water on top of it yesterday and the whole thing was like wobbling side to side. So I have accepted that we probably won't be able to use this table. I've moved it outside, so whilst the weather's warm, at least on my little lunch breaks in between cleaning, we can have a little snack out here. I also had a look at the chairs. I put this on Instagram. These chairs, don't worry, they're covered up still. I just moved them out for whilst I was cleaning. We've got more around here. I love these. At first I hated them, but I think with a little upholstery work, they could become really nice. I'm hoping, like, so this metal here, I don't think it will go with what we want to do with the kitchen. So I think I might try and spray paint it like to make it look more like cast iron. And eventually the leather on this will need replacing because they do look in pretty good nick, but there is the odd bit here, as you can see. Not to mention, like, I think if something's been sitting in an empty farm for 6 months that smells dusty, you might want to get rid of like any sort of fabrics. That's my opinion anyway. You don't know what's sort of burrowed in there, you know, so that's a later job, but I will get those cleaned today so we can at least use them for a bit. In the kitchen, welcome. So let me show you. So luckily we still have this table, which has been affected by woodworm and again will need to eventually be replaced, but it's like way more sturdy than the other one. As you see, I've got all my tools and stuff on it at the moment, so that's doing well. I'm going to get Carlos to do these cupboards. I'm still scared I'm going to find creatures, but I did give this a little bit. I mean, we don't have any water, so I couldn't get rid of the soap, so it's looking a bit soapy, but at least I've got rid of all the grime that was in there yesterday. Oh, this wall needs doing. Ooh, that looks like it might be a little bit spidery, so I'll do that when Carlos gets back. I have a bit of a spider fear. I've moved in the middle of nowhere. I know, maybe a foolish decision, but Carlos can deal with spiders. I can deal with other things, and the gardening and stuff, so I like a bit of that, so we'll be fine, we'll be fine. I don't know if I said this yesterday, so we've got this cupboard here. I have not bothered cleaning it because structurally it's just done. This detailing here is really beautiful, but yeah, it's, I think I'll show you the inside. You can see there's like, you can't really see from here, there's like holes appearing, like the ceiling part is sort of bending and the back's coming off. The mirror and it's just not looking great, so this will have to go, unfortunately. The fireplace, I've blocked it up with my suitcase. We do need to install a wood burner, but probably just a small one in here. But look how much better this place down here. I don't know if I got it on the first video. I'll see if I can find like a clip. But down here was absolutely minging, like spider central, really dusty. Absolutely gross. And down here we had like so much like old leaves and wood, and there was like a mop head, but I mean it's still not perfect, but it looks way better, and for the winter it's gonna be a great little wood storage place. We don't quite know how cold it gets here, like we hear different things from different people, but on the road just outside where our driveway is, there is a sign warning about snow and ice. So I'm predicting it does get quite chilly here. So we need the wood burners in and we need good wood storage. So that will be what will be going on here. Not sure what I'm going to do with these decorations at the moment. I can't work out if I like them or if I like them or I hate them. So I'm undecided. That'll be a decision for me and Carlos, I think. Like, I mean, it's cute, but it's not us, I think. We want to modernise, but keep it rustic at the same time, and that's just, I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think. So another job I got up to was in between all the windows. Again, still not perfect. Like, these will probably eventually need replacing. I think these are like really old, these particular shutters. But I cleaned all like the cobwebs. I think a mouse or a rat had been living in between the gaps in the windows. The other one was worse. But there was like little bits of poo and stuff. And also loads of spiders' webs. So they're all gone. Nice and clean. I'm not worried about critters moving back in for now. But I think we will eventually get a cat. And when I say eventually, very soon get a cat. Not just because I want to just keep the mice away. I'm a massive cat lady. And any excuse. So that takes on to this bit of furniture. I want to see if I can keep this. I will do a lot of work on it though. So I quite like the marble on it. That's pretty like sturdy and whatnot. Again, needs a little bit of a clean down, but I'm going to get Carlos to check and empty the cupboards first. But it's got like these little bits of detail, which I think are pretty cute. My idea is to actually remove the plastic, it's not glass, and like this wood paneling and put like sort of a mesh, like a wooden mesh or something. You know, like basket material. I can't remember the name of it. I'm being an idiot, but I'll pop that in there. Have a couple of plants, and then again with the doors down here, we need to replace the drawers here. I would want to match it so that if I put like the mesh up there, I'll put mesh here. And I'll probably put it in these doors here. It would be a shame to get rid of this detailing, but like it needs a bit of modernising, and we've still got the bits on the top, so I don't know. I'm umming and ahhing about this. The idea I think would be to also sand down all the wood and I hate this colour brown. I don't know why, it's just not for me. But I would want to maybe make it like black, but with like the wooden mesh, like a lighter colour. We've got a lot of white in this building, and I think the black would contrast it really well. So yeah, it just needs a little bit of love, a bit of scrubbing. We've also found a grill. Don't know if that works. But Carlos will be happy because he loves anything Portuguese grilled, so if it does work. This thing has to go. Definitely older than I am. We're going to order a Smeg fridge, I've decided. This is going. There's spiders living in it currently, and I'm not here for it. Plus, I think we've been working out money and stuff, and I think the biggest expense at the moment will be electricity, and there is no way that is energy efficient. Just want to get nice, like vintage styly Smeg fridge with matching kettle, of course, and make it a bit more energy efficient. I also cleaned all the floors, as you can tell. They still need a bit of a mop, but this place, there's like a small gap underneath the door. I'll show you down here. It's not, yeah, there's still like a bit of a gap here. Like you can see, I start to get my finger under it. So when there's a storm or anything like that, the leaves blow under. So all of that floor was completely covered with leaves. A bit of wood dust because our wooden brick beam does need eventually replacing and treating. I'm going to clean this door today like I did with the frames, but you can see like, let me try and get a bit more light into that. You can kind of see what the window frames would have been like lots of spiders' webs and general dust. This door also need replacing, as you can tell, like holes and rust. Plus I would want something probably more wooden and a bit prettier and more rustic. I don't know why people put metal doors, but there we go. It'd be nice to get a bit of lighting through the front door as well. That's what I did yesterday. Also attempted to get more water out the well, but it's really hard by myself and it went terribly. So luckily I did buy a big bottle of water the other day so I can do some scrubbing. I think I'm just going to have to bring water until next week, because once we've got the electricity, we can also begin to install the water pump from the well and get water up here. I don't think it will be drinkable. We do need to get it tested, so I think it may be drinkable down the line if we get like proper filters built in, but for now, at least we'll be able to clean and stuff like that. That is the most important thing. Another job I really want to get started on today is this. I want to try and see how much I can get away with not cutting, because this I want to, like above us, I don't know if you can see. Obviously someone's tried to train grapes to go up here, and this one obviously wants to start doing it itself. And it would be really lovely to get this covered, because it'll keep, this is like the sort of southwest part of the house, and that will help keep the heat off the house. Keeping as much heat off as we can is always good. In the summer here, as I said, it gets plus 40 really regularly, so having some coverage from the vines would be great. Plus, one thing I've come to realise since coming back here, since we last viewed the property, is the grapes do really well here, which I love, because I love wine. Unfortunately just missed the season, but I'll try and show you. Like, we've got quite a few bunches hiding in here. Don't know if that picks that up. Oh, hopefully you can see those. It's a bit of an awkward reach for me. We've got those ones. We have some here, which grew loads, but unfortunately, yes, they have all raised now, but there were a lot of grapes on this. Plus this one, again, quite a few. Let me try and come from underneath. This whole area needs clearing eventually, but loads and loads, as you can see. Oh, there's a really nice bunch at the top. So hopefully next year, if we show these vines some love, we can make our own wine. Because we do have like that storage area up the top. We do have this one, but she doesn't seem to be doing as well. It looks like there may have been a few. There's also a rose bush I discovered. Yeah, there's a lovely rose bush down here. It's got one rose on it. However, it's being taken over by the grapes, so we need to retrain them properly to go where they need to be, as opposed to trying to grow into the house and killing off the other plants. So there she is, my one rose. It's actually started to already die. It looked really beautiful yesterday, but I've always wanted like proper nice roses, so, and right by the house, that would be gorgeous. So yeah, we need to really trim all of this foliage back and try and train it to be where it needs to be. That's going to be a good winter job. I'm looking forward to that. I think the original plan, whoever was here before, was to have like loads of car parking space. I'm thinking, but you could make this into a little patio area a little bit further along. It's pretty gorgeous. Gets so much sun. In the summer, I think it'd be quite nice. And as I said, the trains, yeah, okay, it is next to the line, but we get so little every day. I think there's like, they're 4 going that way, 4 going that way every day, that's it. They're spread really far out, so it could be a really nice chilling area. But I'm also, I do want like an outside eating area. I'm thinking around here. So this is like the more northeast side of the house, so I've walked around. That's where it was. Come around this side. We've actually got some stairs that have been built round. And this can make a beautiful terrace. Again, let us know your opinions. I think, you know, there's so much you can do out here. And one thing I want to do is try and make as much outdoor sort of space as we can for the summer. So I'm thinking springtime we're going to be starting to come out here a lot and doing a lot of work. Also, look what I just spotted. Wild mint. I am delaying working. I just sort of love standing around here and it's just so quiet. I'm not used to it. Especially being used to Carlos chatting all the time. Can't show him up. I'll take you on the walk up the top and show you the view, because obviously it was raining the other day, so you guys didn't get to see the view properly, and I hope the camera just does it justice. As I thought, it's not doing it justice. I could honestly stare at that for hours. It's so beautiful. Those ones really far in the distance, according to the locals, that is actually over in Spain. That's not in Portugal, so. Oh, there's actually a car on the nearby road. I think we get like 3 cars a day go past. The rest are all tractors. And they're still pretty few and far between. But yeah, I don't know if you can see, there's like a little village down there. That's where we accidentally walked to the other day. It's supposed to be a 10-minute walk. Cute. But someone from the UK, for me, like this whole idea that I can just drive to Spain or like a different country completely in what, 20 minutes? Completely bonkers. Might have to go and check out the local food that side of the border at some day. We'll take you along with us, don't worry. One other thing about this land, these trees here are like, there's like a little row. They're our trees, and there's like a flat bit that goes behind to where, I don't know if you can make out, there's like a eucalyptus that sort of pokes out. I think that's sort of like the border. So the big flat bit goes out there, and then it goes down and like around up to where that first pine tree is in the distance on the railway line. So all of this part hasn't been looked at for years and is ours. So it's a massive project. The well is kind of tucked just in that little sort of bit down there. And whilst it was sunny yesterday, I went and had a little look. And basically what it looks like is it used to be cleared and it's just been completely taken over by brambles. It's almost like a weird meadow, which is why I think there's like a bald spot. And that's where like the edge of the land is. We need to find a way to get down there at some point, which is going to be massive, a massive job. I honestly think it might take a few years to get it done, because that's where eventually we would want to get the glamping done, because we really want to do that. That's what Carlos does. Big project down there. Maybe I'll try and show you later today, depending on how much work I get done. I'm going to stop procrastinating now and actually get some work done. Oh, first accident of the day. Oh, I was wearing shoes, but the thing went through. My shoes are now covered in blood. Oh, it really hurts. Oh, I'm gonna go give that a clean. Cleaned up, sort of. Was wearing shoes, but I didn't bring my big boots today. Lesson learnt. And I think I'm going to clean that sideway pretty soon. Big thorn came in through the side. Yeah, really, really hurts. Oh, I'll be right. Sit down for a minute. Also, don't judge the state of my feet. Hilariously, where you can obviously, I don't know if it's picking up in this shot, but just here is, over here, that is where the old fireplace used to be. There's 2 in this house. That's going to be our big one on that side. And it looks like a little critter, aka a bat or a bird. We do have a lot of bats on this land, and they do live in the other building, so it wouldn't surprise me if it was one of those. But there's like poo everywhere. I have actually bought some like cling film to temporarily cover the holes, but one of our first jobs on this land will be replacing the fires, as first of all, as I said earlier, it gets cold here, but also like can't be dealing with that, and I think that's how a lot of the animals are getting in, so that's gonna be one of the first jobs. But we have to get a technician to come in first to make sure that we are getting the right fires for the house, as if you get the wrong ones, you're gonna end up freezing. So yeah, big job coming up. Another thing that you might not notice in this room, but you can see in the back bedroom over there. Whoops. Ow. Sorry, foot. Ow. In that back bedroom there is no insulation on the floor at the moment, which I know for a lot of these houses is fine, but it does seem to be affecting this one. They've literally just stuck lino on concrete, and that's not great. So we will be probably putting some insulation at some point as well, which is good because the lino's absolutely hideous, so I'm quite happy to get rid of that. So yeah, this is the fire area, which I can't wait for. It's gonna be so nice. But all that's left is this. But once it's done, it'll be really nice. I actually don't mind these black tiles. I'm not sure what's going on with the stones, so maybe we'll have to get some like traditional Portuguese tiles to go like around the wall or something like that. The reason I'm clearing this room today is because I want to get onto that. Obviously I can't really work outside, and I need to do the bit from the inside first anyway. I'm scared of hurting my feet. I need to clear that before I go and do any more work outside. So I've got my, can't remember what these called, not scissors, shears. Got big shears so I can get right to the top. And then hopefully that will loosen the grapes and I can move them towards this side of the wall and put like something for them to climb along on this side and then up and over, as opposed to growing into the house. Because it attracts bugs, and I need to be able to open my window. That's as far open as it opens at the moment. So that's what we'll be doing today. As for the concrete floor, I'll quickly show you what I mean by they've just put vinyl straight on and why we need insulation. It's just in the back bedroom. Let me squeeze through these. No creatures, no creatures. We'll be good. But yeah, the linol's obviously peeled off this side. I've checked and there's a drain going along here, so I don't think we need to sort that outside, but we do need some kind of levelling. It's got it on this side of the house, it's just this back part, so there's like a little level in between where those tiles are. It's very thin, but at least it's something. Although those tiles are mank and I'm going to get rid of them. But I think this will be one of the earlier jobs. Yesterday, I went and did a sort of plaster check. And by that, I mean, I just went around tapping. We did know that there was a possibility we would have to replace the plastering. I think whoever did it before basically did a crap job. Let me show you. Someone's obviously tried to fill these in. We got an engineer. If you look at the stone part, which is exposed on the outside, it's completely structurally sound, there's no problems, but I think they just did a bit of a crap mix. And with the trains, you need a really good mix here. Oh, there's another massive spider! Thought we got them all! Yeah, so we need to replace the plaster. So I think what's going to happen between now, inside at least, through the winter, will be the flooring on this side of the house, the plastering, and a little bit of work on the kitchen roof, because that needs a little help, and as we said, we may need to replace the beam at some point, but they'll be our first big jobs after, of course, putting the fire in. Anyway, let's get trimming. Don't judge me with the plastic. Basically, you need a bolt to get it off, and I thought we had one, but we don't, so I'll get those probably tomorrow and then remove it, but I've broken it free enough to hopefully cut a few grapevines, so as I said, don't judge. Kind of a strange experience doing the gardening from the door, but there you go. Annoyingly, I think some of this I'm going to have to go outside. There's a big knot in that bit and I can't really get to it. Plus some of these need pulling out. So I'm going to go around the other side now and hopefully I won't stab myself in the foot this time. Now I can't work out which bit's the bit that's going in because I don't want to trim it all. Also, loads of wasps where the fruit has been left and starting to rot, so I don't fancy getting stung. I'm going to try again from the inside. Wish me luck. So yeah, that's where it was, around here. Got that out. So I've taken off a little bit of the paint, but you can open the window, which is a plus. So I briefly stopped for a little lunch break and everything's going wrong. First of all, what would usually call a beautiful dragonfly flew in, but when they're inside your house and it's the size of a bird, it's a little bit different. Then I noticed the window eventually got to leave through. Someone has started to make a new home. Dude, you gotta leave. Come on now. Come on. If you were outside, I would think you're cute, but honestly, you're kind of annoying. Get out. I'm getting absolutely nothing done. He's really big. It doesn't show up on the camera. He's about the size of my hand. Bollocks. He's convinced that our window is like him hiding under a rock. Absolute nightmare today. Stab me foot, dragonfly, lizard. Honestly. Little man's thinking about it. We'll give him time. He'll go out. He knows he's made a mistake. Hi. Are you going to catch all the bugs for me? You can stay if you do that, but I feel like you're living rent free at the moment, mate. So, look at that. I mean, it still needs a little clean down, but we can open these somewhat now. Yeah, didn't get around to washing today. Trying to evict all the animals that decided to come in. I think going forward we need, on this side of the house, stuff to keep the animals out. This is obviously the warmer side, so they're coming in through the window quite easily. Anyway, I've got to go and grab a train because I still can't sleep here without the electricity and water, so I'll pop back tomorrow or the day after. I might take tomorrow off because of my feet, and I'll see you then. Where should we go? This way. Welcome back, everyone. What are we doing today? Oh, I remember. We're getting electricity. Yeah, the electricians are turning up today, which is exciting. Which, you know, I won't run out of phone battery for taking all the photos and stuff like that, so that's good. Also, it means that the pump for the water can be installed, so we can start living here. Hopefully, the guys can do it tomorrow. Carl's been chatting with someone, so really excited for that. I've got a few jobs I have to get done this morning. The big one being clearing around here. Yeah, all the vegetation stuff around here is attracting wasps and stuff. I do want to keep the vines as much as possible, but as you can see, where I trimmed around that window because they were trying to grow inside, that one's become a little bit unstable, so I need to trim enough so that I can get to the wall, so that I can attach that long bit along the side of the window, make it up here. Also, the box for connecting the electrics is behind that open window there. So those flowers, I think, you know, they're a weed, they're not like a flower. I'm going to trim all those back so they can get to that. And yeah, obviously the other day I stabbed my feet on some of these branches. I think I spotted which one it was. It's literally like as long as my thumb, so I bought a big broom to sweep that all to one side for now, and then when we're ready we'll turn it into mulch or use it in beds. It does need to be cleared because it obviously is a bit of a hazard, so busy day. And I'm not going to procrastinate because I don't have the choice today. The electricians to turn it up at 1, so literally was about to go and get started on the work, and then I get a call from Carlos. The water pump guy's actually going to come and check it out and see what he needs for tomorrow. So I'm going to head up to the gate and I'm just going to open it so people can get in. Obviously I'm here, so it doesn't really matter if it's open. This is exciting because that means we can move in soon, although it's definitely not ready. Things are happening. It's a long walk up this drive, man. But the view every time gets me. It's a bit of a workout getting that thing out of the ground. Massive. So I'm going to leave that open so that people can get in. We're hoping they can find us because we've also got our IKEA delivery next week, and we've had to like describe where we are, so nail biting moment. Electricity guy's turning up early, so I'm in a rush now. Getting there. There's loads of rose bush I need to trim back as well. So I've got that end cleared so I can push this lot along. That's some hard work, dude. But look how much better it is. I'm not even finished yet. So, electricity guys here. See how this goes. It shouldn't take too long, apparently. And I'm so warm. I think it's moving inside time now. It's about 32 degrees today, so my face is very red. I found loads of rose thorns and been trimming those. Guess what, guys? Ta-da-da-da! Electricity! And we're going to get solar power soon, so, well, it'll probably be like beginning of next year. Look! We can live it! Water guy is going to come before 2 o'clock, and he's going to have a little peek. So then tomorrow we'll have water, which means we can really get cleaning this place instead of like little dribbles of water here and there, so... feeling so much better. Look at it, like it's so much more cozy. Like the yellow lights on. I feel like I'm in less of like a shell now, and like I'm actually in a building. It's the little things in life. That was a lot thicker a pole than I thought it was. Whew, it's heavy. But yeah, just need to clear along this side. I might start cutting some of that weeds and stuff back as well. Strong. Classic Portuguese fashion. The water guy hasn't turned up yet, and I've got to leave in half an hour. He does know. We did warn him. Look at it. did all right, eh? We had a few questions from the last video. I think I've answered a few of them already, but just in case I said it in passing, I thought I'd explain to you now. Firstly was, how big is the land? So this land, it is 47,000 square metres, aka 4.7 hectares. So it's a big bit of land. As I said, we haven't got to all of it yet. There's still loads down the bottom. It's a huge job, that area. So yeah, big project coming up. Another thing was, whereabouts are we? So as I mentioned, yes, I am staying in Fundal. That is the nearest large town, but that is still quite some distance away. If you don't know where Fundal is, that is sort of central northern, like in between the two, border of Portugal. It's a beautiful area. We're basically in the foothills of the Serra da Estrela. Our question was about the two other buildings. Are they legal for habitation? Actually, there's quite a lot of stuff to do with habitation and stuff that we need to tell you about. So they aren't currently, but as we've said, we have had the land assessed, and we've had people check the buildings and stuff. Those two can be made legal for habitation. We just need to apply through the local sort of council. Also, this land, with its size and the area it's in, this particular part of Portugal at the moment is really putting a lot of money into tourism projects and trying to get more money coming into the area. So we had a check, and we are legally allowed to build, I think it's around 2,000 square metres. As we've got 40,000 metres, we've got quite a lot of buildable land. Carlos currently works in the tourism sector. I have a history of working in hospitality, so we'd love to start our own business here one day. But that is obviously like a 5-year plan rather than, you know, right now. I'm getting eaten alive by the flies, because they do actually nip here, I've come to realise. But I don't think we'll ever go the full 2,000, because, you know, partly why this place is so lovely is that it's so rural and quiet. So, and another one was like, tell us about yourselves. I've realised when we do videos about renovations and stuff, we do get a lot more views and new viewers. So yeah, if you don't know who we are, we're Charlotte and Carlos. Carlos is not here. So Carlos is originally Portuguese. He's from the Algarve, and I am originally from like Hertfordshire in the UK, but we met and we lived in London. We lived in southeast London actually, and we'd been umming and ahhing about moving to Portugal for some years. And then, like many people, once, you know, the whole COVID situation happened, and we realised, why are we paying, you know, most of our wages every month for rent in a tiny flat? We would never been able to really progress further than that, you know, got a bit stuck in a rut. So we changed it up, and here we are. Fun facts about us. We met at an anime convention. We're a couple of nerds. There's some questions answered for you. That's going to be really an absolute pain to edit, because I fluffed most of that. Anyway, I'm going to go eat some lunch and wait for this water electrician man still rubbing those flies off my legs. I'm going to go get me some chip and dip. So Waterman did get delayed, and I have to leave. So for the water, you will have to wait to the next video, I'm afraid. I need to go and have a shower and cool down. Whew, hard work. Maybe a nice glass of wine, eh? Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you're enjoying the new farm, and leave us some comments. If you've got any questions, you know, ask us down below. Leave a like, ring the notification bell, and thanks for watching the Sunny Sourdough Project. See you soon. Ciao,